So, Kegger, you ready to go?
I am ready, I think. Yep.
Woo! Oh,
Cool.
yeah, that
Should I
perfect
just
clap.
go ahead and share my screen or
Yeah, yeah, share your screen. It's gonna
yeah,
take me a
so
second to get everything
let
all set
me
up. Okay,
Oh, you
well,
had already changed it? Okay.
just keep them like that. There we go. Nice and small. Okay. I think we're ready to go, Keg. I think we're good to
You
go.
should put him behind
cool.
Bart. He's in the cage.
All
Yeah,
right. Okay. Cool. For the next year.
that's fine. It could be really small on the bottom.
Kegger, you're good to go.
Cool. So this is kind of the it's the ERC-721 to XLS-20 between testnets here, Rinkeby to XLS-20 DevNet. First, I kind of wanted to give you like kind of a little overview of my thought process and how I kind of architected this and why it looks so complicated, but it's really not because it's a very simple concept. We're basically allowing the user to uh, send Ethereum EVM based ERC-721 NFT into a contract, and which then locks it up and master process pulls in those NFTs from the bridge and passes it to a series of validator nodes which basically independently confirm that information from ETH. So the reason why I didn't necessarily create just a singular process and a simple mint out and an offer create through the XRPL is because there's several different aspects that we kind of needed to take into account. One is the security aspect. If we mint through a series of validator nodes which independently sign off on those transactions, we can have a layer of security on the XRPL side of the minting process. Another is trust. If we have multiple validators, we know those NFTs have some type of inherent trust to where we know that the authenticity of the NFTs coming from the Ethereum side bridge contract um, are going to have a breadcrumb basically back to the showing authenticity. Otherwise, anybody could just mint something and then pass it off um, as an authentic NFT from an existing collection when that isn't going to really reflect um, on the XRPL side because there is a breadcrumb back to the original collection and the ETH bridge contract. Um, so let's kind of hop into what we have. So um, basically, it kind of works by just selecting an NFT. Like I created for this demo, I created just a really simple contract, and I used the base URI for the Board Apes Board Ape Yacht Club and minted a few on Rinkeby here. So let's go ahead and select one. And so we selected a Board Apes number 7. First, we need to approve the NFT for transfer, which is going to take a little bit of gas. But you only have to do this once per collection that you own. So let's say you wanted to mint or bridge 5 different NFTs in the same collection, you would only have to do this once. So we'll go ahead and approve the NFT for transfer. And this might take a small amount of time. Looks like we're should be confirming now. So basically what this is doing is it's you're basically giving permission for back to the original contract where this was minted for you to be able to transfer this into the bridge contract. So basically, the bridge contract is going to transfer that NFT over to you. Whoops, I need to change my coolers on real quick. It should have went away. Let me refresh this real quick and reselect that NFT. It should, okay, there we go. So once it's approved, you'll get a prompt for a recipient address and basically just starting the bridge process. So for the bridge process, I need to start basically the master process and make sure this is running. So let me just start this up. So this master process that will basically be running, we'll come back over to the diagram. So this is basically the master process that I set it up. And so next we're going to set up these validator nodes, which are basically Node.js. Let me go to, so this is validator number 2, and we'll start this. This is validator number 3. And validator number 1. And we'll come back to our master process over here, and we can see all 3 are connected and running. The only last thing that we need to start is our Node.js Express proxy that runs in between the UI and the master process. So we'll come over here and, whoops. I believe it's one of these windows here. Okay, here we go. So we'll go ahead and start that up. So this kind of acts as like a communication layer between this master process and the user interface. And it also acts as kind of a proxy between the XUM requests. And so with everything that going now, we'll be able to essentially bridge and put in our, so let's go to the XRPL faucet. Let's go ahead and create a new devnet credential. And I'll have to basically send that secret key into XUM here. So let me confirm this account that we created. XUM seems to be having some issues. Okay, so once we have that account imported, is an existing account that I have. Okay, so once we are ready to bridge this, we're going to go ahead and put in our XRP address for a recipient, and then we're going to click the bridge, and we'll get a MetaMask prompt, and this is basically sending in our recipient XRP address and our information for our NFT that we're bridging over. So we'll go ahead and confirm this, and then now we wait. So basically what this is doing, it's sending it into the bridge contract. Our master process is pulling in this information and sending out to our validators, which then start our minting process and our offer creation. So we'll come over here and basically wait for confirmation. And now you can see we're getting some green check marks. And it'll kind of give us status updates on where it's at in the process. Once we get the NFT minted and the offer created, then we can claim our NFT through Zum, which I will go ahead and sign in to my account, my testnet account. So we're just waiting on one last step here. Okay, so it looks like everything is complete. Now we get to claim, and something has gone wrong. Let's check our development console here.
So Keg, we have a question in the chat. So it
Yeah, go for it.
So it burns the ETH NFT in the process? Question mark.
It does not. No, it just locks it in the ETH side contract to basically have a breadcrumb trail back to the original NFT.
And that NFT, that original NFT, can never be altered after, correct?
Correct. Yes.
Cool.
Yeah. So probably going to token ID. Yeah, it was working just literally 15-20 minutes ago. Obviously it's still kind of a work in progress, and let's see if we can do another one here.
Yeah, that's how things tend to go on the live streams. Everything is good up until you go live.
And then let's try a different wallet here.
Mike, check yourself, goes, live demos are the worst. I was watching his presentation on the Ripple X Dev, and the same exact thing happened. It's just what happens.
Let's try one of these cool testnet NFTs that I have here.
Nice.
Okay.
Those things are cool.
Let's do this guy with the pirate hat.
Cool.
This guy's pretty cool. Okay. Let's try it again. So our validators are working. Everything else is working. Proxy's working. It's giving me MetaMask prompts here. Okay. And we get the waiting confirmation. So while we're at it, I'm going to pull up its address and RB. And I already have some NFTs minted, basically, through this wallet already, but let's see if we can get this guy minted and transferred over.
So Mod Red Hot has a question. How are the ETH gas fees going to be for these transfers?
The initial approval is going to be very small. The transfer of the NFT, it's probably going to be less than actually minting an NFT.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so we got the Zum prompt there. So let's go ahead and sign. So let's see here.
By the way, Kegger, you got a lot of compliments on the UI for this as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's still, a little rough. There's, a few things I really want to fix, but yeah, see, Zum seems to be very finicky on the XLS-20 testnet. Like, I'll scan a QR code, and then half the time it won't give me an actual transaction fee. Okay, now you can see it. Can you see this on the camera? You probably can't see that, but now it's giving me a transaction.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No, yeah. It's good. It's probably a little small. Okay. I'll go ahead and sign this on Zum. Now it's signing. And okay, there we go. So now our transaction is successful. We'll be able to view this. Okay. So now we accepted the offer, and our NFT is now in our wallet, and it should be under, what was this, number 46? So there it is, right there.
Nice. Ooh.
Number 46 in that collection. And that's about it. Does anybody have any questions or comments or
Throw some questions down there.
anything they want to comment on?
Mike Check Yourself said, awesome, great work. Nice, amazing. Oh, we got a follow.
Becky, thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow.
I really want to go back and try one of those Bored Apes again on my testnet wallet here.
Mike Check Yourself said, can we see the bridge contract?
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, it's really like, I just have it in a remix over here, but it's really simple. It's just an ERC-721 receiver. It's like, it's nothing complicated. I think eventually I want to work out a mechanism to extend it to like some kind of two-way bridge, but there's a lot of logistical challenges with the two-way bridge, just in terms of authenticity of going from one side to another, and then also just there's also the impossibility of basically linking an NFT to its original collection on the other side of the bridge. So it's always good to be, when you bridge an NFT over from, let's say, ETH to XLS-20, you're always going to have that NFT as the issuer of the NFT is going to be that bridge issuer, and it's never going to be a part of any kind of particular collection like it is on ETH. So there's kind of some challenges in that aspect of it. But yeah, it's pretty simple. There's just some return features, some view functions, and then just sending it in.
Cool.
Let's try this other Bored Ape here that I got.
So, Kegger, we have another question. After it's locked in the contract on XRPL, it's there forever, right? If someone on the ETH blockchain were want to buy that NFT, they would have to come over to XRPL?
Correct, yeah. Think of it as kind of a burn mechanism, because you can deploy the contract and then resend your ownership over that contract on the ETH side, so you don't, anything going into that contract is essentially deemed burnt. You can still pull up that information from the contract, just as almost like a claim of, this went into the contract, and we can link it back through a breadcrumb over to the XRPL side.
Nice.
So the bridge contract, or the bridge mechanism during the NFT mint transaction, appends a memo into the transaction itself, so you can link it back as kind of as the only breadcrumb going back to the bridge contract.
Okay. We have two questions. First from Mike Check Yourself. Are all of the validators running the same thing and just coming to an agreement?
Essentially, yes. Yeah. Yeah, but they all have separate keys in the they all have separate keys for the multi-sig wallet that is basically running.
Okay, and Martin asks, will it be visible in the Zum wallet?
Correct. Yeah, it's an XLS-20 NFT.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's about it. I mean, we're
Does the board
like
ape
90,
not want-
95% there. There's still a lot of testing and a lot of things that need to be worked out for that.
Mike Check Yourself says he was working on something similar last week, but not for bridging.
Oh, cool. Yeah,
Kegger,
tell him to DM me and tell me about it. I want to hear about it.
Kegger, does the board ape not want to cross the bridge? Ooh. Two
Board
apes.
Ape apparently does not want to cross the bridge. There's something else going on that I'll have to debug. So,
Oh,